Thank you for joining us on the show. Arnab is debating it at 8 p.m. Hindu pride and why some are rattled about it. Let's talk about it. 8 p.m. Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल. ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े. क्या निराला MDH मसाला.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ. डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा. अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ. सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र.
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे.
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो.
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता. टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला.
सिप सिप जीरा सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल्दी और जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, ये तो है इसकी खास बात. वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है. अरे मेरे राजा.
China and Japan are clashing verbally over Taiwan. Tensions between China and Japan have risen over Taiwan's security. Japan has signaled it may intervene in a potential conflict, viewing it as a threat to its own stability. China condemned this as meddling, issuing strong warnings and summoning diplomats. This conflict started when Japan's newly appointed Prime Minister, Sanae Takaichi, issued a direct warning to China during a session of the country's parliament. She stated that a conflict in the Taiwan Strait could represent a survival-threatening situation for Japan, implying that Tokyo might need to intervene militarily to protect its interests. This marked a bold escalation in Japan's stance on the Taiwan issue, signaling readiness to support Taiwan against potential Chinese action. Takaichi's comments, delivered amid rising regional tensions, prompted an immediate and sharp rebuke from Beijing, highlighting the fragile balance in East Asia and the risk of broader confrontation.
The remarks made by the Japanese leader on Taiwan constitute an interference in China's internal affairs and a serious violation of the One China principle and the basic norms governing international relations. Such words are extremely irresponsible and dangerous in nature and have caused very negative impact.
Taiwan is an island of 23 million people, situated about 100 miles off China's.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला. स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार. MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला.
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे.
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो.
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता. टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध. MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ. डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा, सबका राजा आरती और मसाला।
So in the past, we would see most of the terrorists who would get arrested, they would be like the people who would be working at a very low level. But today we have seen the white collar suspect.
कश्मीर घाटी में डॉक्टर्स एक बहुत अल्टीमेट ड्रीम होता है वहां के लड़के लड़कियों का। उस बनने के बावजूद अगर आप रेडिकलाइज होकर अपने ही देशवासियों को मारने के लिए और अपने देश को तोड़ने के लिए तैयार हो सकते हैं, तो आप अंदाजा लगाइए किस तरह की रेडिकलाइजेशन हो रही है और इस फ्रंट पे हम क्या काम कर रहे हैं।
Investigators have identified Maulvi Irfan Wagha, also known as Imam Irfan, from Shopian in South Kashmir, as the mastermind who blended his dual identity, that of a preacher and healthcare worker, to influence and radicalize the educated youth.
The accusation against him is completely baseless. He had been there for 7 years, offering prayers, conducting religious classes.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Start with breaking news coming in from Palghar in Maharashtra, where a gas leak has been reported, viewers. That's the big breaking that we're tracking for you right now. A chlorine gas leak has been reported that had caused widespread panic in the Diwan Man area of Vasai West in Palghar district. 10 to 12 people have been affected so far, what we know, and they've been admitted to hospital for treatment. And the chlorine leak, viewers, is of course very, very dangerous, and it has led to breathing problems, nausea and eye irritation as well. And upon receiving information about the incident, firefighters wearing oxygen masks have been carried the damaged chlorine cylinder to a drain away from the scene and diffused it. Meenakshi joins us on the phone line. Meenakshi, tell us more details about this chlorine gas leak, please. Meenakshi, can you hear me? Okay, we'll just connect and right away she can start speaking once she's connected. But right now I'm just telling our viewers that a gas leak has been reported from Maharashtra. And there you have the visuals that they go to a drain, how the firefighters take that cylinder and diffuse it so that there's no further leakage. Damaged chlorine cylinder taken to a drain away from the scene and diffused it. This is the visual we have. But what we know is that many people are hospitalized, and at least 3 of them are in critical condition. At least 3 of them are in critical condition, and 10 so far have been hospitalized. 12 people, in fact, have been hospitalized so far. We'll just update that figure. Chlorine gas leaked in Palghar. Meenakshi joins us live on the broadcast. From Meenakshi, what more details can you share with us? Meenakshi, whenever she starts speaking, we can just cut straight across. Till the time I'm just telling our viewers, 3 people are critical, 10 to 12 people have been hospitalized, 3 are in critical condition. And that's the breaking news we have right now. Big update coming in from Maharashtra. It's very, very dangerous. Nausea, breathing problems, eye irritation, all have been now reported, of course. And this is the big update we're getting in from Maharashtra. What really caused this chlorine gas leak? We do not know yet. Chlorine gas, the cylinder that was damaged reportedly, we do not know how was it damaged. And we can, of course, continue to get our reporters. Once she starts speaking, she can be put on air. I'll just share the information. Palghar gas leak. Meenakshi, please tell us more details.
Yes. We got to know that a major scare unfolded in the Diwarmal area of Vasai West after a chlorine gas leak was reported that area, and we are getting information that around 10 to 12 residents were affected by the toxic this gas and were immediately rushed to nearby hospitals for treatment, and those exposed to the gas complained of severe breathing difficulties and nausea and burning sensation in their eyes, typical symptoms of chlorine inhalation. And upon receiving information, fire brigade teams reached the spot without delay. And now we are getting information from Palghar that situation is under control because their fire brigade team wearing oxygen masks for protection, and firefighters safely removed the damaged chlorine cylinder and transported it to a nearby drain area where it was neutralized, preventing further danger. And authorities are now investigating the cause of the leak. More details are awaited now, but situation is under control, and 10 to 12 residents were affected and they are hospitalized. Rakshita.
Right, Meenakshi. In fact, just in September, in August, there was a gas leak at a pharmaceutical company also in Palghar, Meenakshi. And this, of course, now comes as a concern. It's the second incident in as many months that we see that such an incident has been reported. Any investigations so far? Have you spoken to the authorities and the law and order and the firefighting, the teams? Anything they suspect could have been behind, or what caused the cylinder to be damaged?
No, they are not saying anything on it. Actually, they are saying all everything is now under investigation. But what you have mentioned that similar gas leak at Palghar Pharma units, we have seen the incident in August 21st, where 4 company officials booked for this incident, and 4 deaths reported at that incident that time. So after 2-3 months, another gas leak incident happened in Palghar, and it's really alarming. Right. We asked the same question to officials, but they are saying everything is under investigation now.
All right. Thank you so much, Meenakshi, for joining us. Republic TV getting you the details first on your channel. Chlorine gas leak in Palghar, as 3 people are in critical condition and 12 hospitalized so far. All right, we start with the latest edition of What's Trending Tonight. Viewers, Indian cricketer Smriti Mandhana, just part of the World Cup cricket team, World Cup winning team, she was all set to get married to Palash Muchal, her fiancé, on the 23rd of November, until things went awry. Now, the internet notoriously have been commenting since last month that Smriti's life is on a roll, win after win. The proposal on the ground at the D.Y. Patil Stadium also had gone viral. Now, chaos has found its way into the star cricketer's life, with a much talked about and anticipating wedding now indefinitely postponed. Now, what has happened, viewers, is that festivities for the Mandana Muchal wedding had just kick-started in full swing. Pictures going viral from the haldi ceremony, teammates coming in, proposal from the stadium making the rounds on internet, and not too long ago, remember. But the wedding, originally scheduled for the 23rd of November, stopped abruptly when her father, reportedly, her father Srinivas, was hospitalized. Now, Mandana refused to proceed with the wedding, we are told, with her father being unwell, and Muchal too later fell ill from stress. That's what his mother says, speaking to the media, that he has been crying for hours for what had happened to Mandana's father, and now He's also in hospital for medical evaluation. Now, what has happened today that Palak Muchal, the famous singer, and she happens to be the sister of Palash Muchal, has broken silence. She has shared this on her screen. This is the post. Due to Smriti's dad's health, Smriti and Palash's wedding has been put on hold. Would request all of you to please respect the privacy of the families in this sensitive time. And that is the first reaction from the Muchal family that has come in. But not just that, today she was spotted. Pictures came out of Palak Muchal. She was outside one of the hospitals in Mumbai, where this is the photograph, this is the video from social media that we picked up. She was visiting her brother, who is admitted in a hospital in Mumbai. And not just that, this visit was followed by her mother, his mother. In fact, the mother also visited Palash Muchal. Now, the rumor mills are rife with reports that there is a cheating angle to it. Smriti has removed every wedding-related post from her social media accounts. Okay, that's the quote. That's what Amita Muchal, Palash Muchal's mother has said, that Palash has been very attached to Smriti Mandana's father, and they are very much close together. So he got so affected by his illness, and they suspended the wedding festivities because of what happened to his her father. And since Haldi was done, he did not let him go outside, and he has been crying, and he has been depressed, and he just felt sick. That he was for 4 hours he was in hospital. That he also was given IV drip, and he has undergone ECG tests as well. So we will be continuing with that story, and we shift our focus to the other story that we're tracking for you. It's the volcanic ash. The eruption in Ethiopia after 12,000 years has pushed an ash plume nearly 15 kilometers into the atmosphere, high enough to enter the stratosphere. And across the Arabian Sea. Now, this has triggered major flight disruptions, SIGMET alerts, and multiple cancellations by Air India and other carriers. So it's been suspected that event might also affect or worsen the AQI Delhi NCR, which is already in a dire state. Some flights will be diverted, and red and orange danger zones. Now, what are the... Okay, we just go through the effects, and okay, so the volcanic eruption in Ethiopia has had a very limited but noticeable impact on a few Indian states, viewers. This is the map which shows the affected areas from north to the western states. Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat and northwest Maharashtra. In fact, it entered from the Gujarat side. So that was the impact. That has been the impact, but what we understand is that it has left. It is leaving India. It is moving ahead, and probably what we understand is that there has been not much of a spike in the AQI levels, because Delhi, already suffering due to the toxic air, was dreading this ash, this volcanic ash. That, of course, was a big cause of concern. Okay, officials emphasize that operations remain largely smooth and the conditions are expected to normalize as the ash particles have begun to dissipate. All right, shifting focus, viewers, to the other big story, one of the biggest stories. It's a momentous day for India, one that is forever etched onto our history. The first glance of the Dharma Dhwaj hoisted atop the Ram temple in Ayodhya by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He had appeared moments before the ceremony that Indians have passionately awaited for centuries. Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Temple witnessed a landmark moment today as the Dharma Dhwaj was ceremonially unfurled with 161-foot main spire, marking the formal completion of temple's multi-year construction project. The hoisting of the saffron Dharma Dhwaja a flag carrying deep historical, cultural and spiritual resonance was executed following elaborate Vedic procedures and weeks of preparations by temple authorities and security agencies also. Now, the ceremony took place on the auspicious Panchami of the Shukla Paksha in month of Margashirsha, coinciding with the Abhijit Muhurat of Sri Ram and Mata Sita's Vivah Panchami, the union, the divine union signified. And the date also marks the martyrdom of Guru Tegh Bahadur, who meditated in Ayodhya for 48 hours in the 17th century. And that, of course, is the significance of this day. Now, let's take a listen in quickly to what the Prime Minister had said after the hoisting of the Dhwaja.
Ram yani आदर्श, Ram यानी मर्यादा, राम यानी जीवन का सर्वोच्च चरित्र, राम यानी सत्य और पराक्रम का संगम, दिव्य गुणे शक्र समो रामः सत्य पराक्रमः, राम यानी धर्म पथ पर चलने वाला व्यक्तित्व, रामः सत्पुरुषो लोके सत्यः सत्यपरायणः, राम यानी जनता के सुख को सर्वोपरि रखना, प्रजा सुखत्वे चंद्रस्य, राम यानी धर्म और क्षमा का दरिया, वसुधाया क्षमा गुणे है, राम यानी ज्ञान और विवेक की पराकाष्ठा.
All right, so this, viewers, is the Dhwaja. We will just dissect it for you, and then we will have the man behind this Dhwaja, this sacred Dhwaja. Now, this is the Kovidar tree. This is the symbol of the Kovidar tree. The Prime Minister hoisted this right-angled Dhwaja, and that is of saffron color. A triangular saffron flag, 10 feet in height, 20 feet long, bearing the image of a radiant sun, symbolizing Lord Ram's valor and, of course, the lineage of a Suryavanshi, Kovidar tree and Om. Now, it's atop a shikhar built in the traditional Nagar architectural style. This Dhwaja, unfurled today, viewers, is rich in iconography and meaning. Saffron flag, long associated with sacrifice, renunciation and pursuit of high ideals. I'll now request our special guest, Mr. Lalit Mishra, to please come and explain, sir. A very warm welcome, sir, on Trending tonight. And, sir, you've discovered this. You know the science behind this, because in our Sanatan Dharma, everything has a very deep meaning, sir. So please go ahead and explain, sir.
So what you see here is the emblem of Kovidar tree. So Kovidar tree is not an ordinary tea. It's a very special tree. It is produced by Kashyap Rishi. So what he did, he added the essence of Mandar, one tree, to another tree that is called Parijat. Right. So it is a kind of a hybrid plant, and our history, because it is established now, makes it the world's earliest experimentation of the hybridization. The world's first and foremost hybrid plant, which is this Kovidara. Right. So that is its historical significance. Yes. And now when Kashyap Rishi made this plant, he gave no name. So the situation of no name, the plant has no name, has become its name. Kovidar means, in Sanskrit, it is Kah api daru. Ko api ayam daru. So its short form has become the Kovidar. So its name is given by the people of the India, not by the dynasty, not by the Rishi himself. So it's a public name given to the tree. Okay. And it has got huge medical features. It helps us thyroid, treating thyroid, treating the inside the bones which we have within the body. And because this was a scientifically produced plant, Ayodhya, it is the progressiveness of the Ayodhya rulers that they welcome this tree on their flag.
Right.
So,
okay. And then you have the Om, the divine sound, sir.
Yes, exactly. So, exactly, the Om is, the primordial sound of the Sanatan Dharma, the sound which never broken. So, it's it also reflects the theory of Advaita, because it is believed that since when this cosmos, this Brahmanda has come into existence, the Om sound is still continuously going on and on.
Right.
So these two symbols, and because Bhagwan Sri Ram belonged to the Sun dynasty,
Yes.
so that's why we made this Sun symbol as
Suryavanshi
well.
lineage.
Suryavanshi, because he was
Yes.
the Suryavanshi.
Yes.
So Kovidar, the Rishis tradition, and we identified this tree, particularly the Kovidar tree, based on the based on the characteristics given by its founder. Kashyap Rishi.
Right.
He said these flowers of this tree would have beautiful mixture of the violet and the rose.
Okay.
The rosy color and the violet color, both the mix. It looks very beautiful when you see in sector 132 Noida. This
Okay.
plant is, naturally came up, and somebody can go and see. So we got half a dozen these plants planted during the Pran Pratishtha Samaro last year. And now this particular flag, after a long period, because the tradition this plant was lost, the flag's memory was lost after the Tretas, directly in Kali Yuga, in 21st century, the plant and the flag goes back to the Ayodhya. So it is kind of bringing the live memory, live heritage of our culture, our Sanatana Dharma, from Treta to 2025.
Absolutely.
So that is
sir.
the significance.
And just one final time, because many are questioning that why is this being done now? So if you could just explain that what does it really signify, the Dhwaja Rohan, why is it so special and such a grand ceremony, sir?
See, Dhwaja denotes the pinnacle. So mandir has come up. So Sikhar is the topmost point of any temple, which our tradition, our culture describes, and how a flag is manufactured is given in certain scriptures, Vishuddharmattar Puran, Matsya Puran, and other scriptures. So fine. So the Dhwaja could be made, but what answer to your question lies in the history. See, I found this in a Mewad's Ramayana. So what happened? Akbar also made a Ramayana stories and got depicted.
Okay.
So what happened? Even Bhagwan Ram was looking in Akbar's Ramayana as Persian Rama. Yes, our rishis were looking like Sufis. So Islamization of the Ramayana tradition was, understood by Mewad's rulers, and then Rana Jagat Singh, he came up to restore our culture and keep it protected from the influence of Mughals. So they initiated a cultural struggle, cultural war against the Mughals' influence. And in their manuscripts, while I was working, I spotted this. And there is also world level of world level importance of this particular flag and the tree. In the history of the world flags, India is given lower place. China, Greeks and Roman empires are given the higher place. Now with this Treta and that antiquity, it will place India at the on the first position, the historically first position on the top of the world.
Yes.
So this is one. So this is the one world's earliest experiment of the hybridization.
Yes.
Was earlier, that is a sign, and we requested the government to get this genetic study done. We have given the proposal. We are ready. As the government asks, we will be starting the genetic studies. And world's earliest flag, world's earliest hybrid plant. So not only these, it gives a completion to the mandir, but it also gives our India in a world map, the top positions.
Absolutely. This is actually unfortunate, sir, that we did not know about that. It was one of the first hybridization, experiments that we talk about. We do not actually believe that, that is why the Prime Minister today actually told about the Macaulay mindset.
One more thing, the Kashyap. So there is, I think it's a blessings of the Bhagwan Ram. He wanted, because it was unintentional.
Yes.
The discovery happened unintentional. So all of a sudden, I just spotted it, and I myself come in the lineage of the Kashyap. So the tree which was lost, which was made by the Kashyap, is reinvented by a person who belongs to the same lineage.
Wow. That's wonderful, sir. But thank you so much for enlightening us with, understanding. Thank you so much for discovering and also explaining this flag to the nation, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So viewers, that is of course about the Dharma Dhwaja, the carefully engineered structure meant to endure the elements for years. It's a parachute grade weather resistant fabric that is designed to withstand high winds, rain, intense sunlight. So it's going to be there for years and years, and within some periods it will be changed also, viewers. With that, we shift our focus to the other stories. In fact, we will be telling you what the Prime Minister had said during the Dhwajarohan.
राम यानी आदर्श, राम यानी मर्यादा, राम यानी जीवन का सर्वोच्च चरित्र, राम यानी सत्य और पराक्रम का संगम, दिव्य गुणे शक्र समो रामः, सत्य पराक्रमः। राम यानी धर्म पथ पर चलने वाला व्यक्तित्व, रामः सत्पुरुषो लोके सत्यः सत्यपरायणः।
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime, रहो बेफिक्र।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ, डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड भी, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च। मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ 8 मिनट में तैयार। क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
So in the past, we would see most of the terrorists who would get arrested, they would be like the people who would be working at a very low level. But today we have seen the white collar suspect.
Hi, I'm Saurabh Mukherjee of Marcellus Investment Managers. I'm the Chief Investment Officer of the firm, and I'm really looking forward to Republic Businesses India Economic Summit on 28th November. I hope to see you there.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime, रहो बेफिक्र।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे।
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ, डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा।
China and Japan are clashing verbally over Taiwan. Tensions between China and Japan have risen over Taiwan's security. Japan has signaled it may intervene in a potential conflict, viewing it as a threat to its own stability. China condemned this as meddling, issuing strong warnings and summoning diplomats. This conflict started when Japan's newly appointed Prime Minister, Sanae Takaichi, issued a direct warning to China during a session of the country's parliament. She stated that a conflict in the Taiwan Strait could represent a survival-threatening situation for Japan, implying that Tokyo might need to intervene militarily to protect its interests. This marked a bold escalation in Japan's stance on the Taiwan issue, signaling readiness to support Taiwan against potential Chinese action. Takaichi's comments, delivered amid rising regional tensions, prompted an immediate and sharp rebuke from Beijing, highlighting the fragile balance in East Asia and the risk of broader confrontation.
The remarks made by the Japanese leader on Taiwan constitute an interference.
Muslim radicalization is one of the most dangerous things happening in India and around the world. And if you're from the privileged sect who believe that this is too far away from you not to impact you, trust me, it will enter your home too. How many times have we been told by politicians that Muslims in India are being oppressed? Where are the defenders of minority rights? Where are the leaders who scream intolerance in India every night? Will they speak? What are Muslim leaders doing is the question I would like to ask. Did we hear senior Muslim leaders hit the roads to protect children from Islamist radicalization? No. The same attempt, Rahul Gandhi and Madni, two faces representing the same desperation. The attempt to provoke Muslims, to tell Muslims they don't belong in India. If the lobby is backing radicals, it's time for the nationalists to also speak.
India's growth, if it has to get into a 5 trillion and subsequently a $10 trillion economy by 2047, has to be driven by the private sector. And the government role has to be just that of a facilitator and catalyst. And we have a very vibrant, dynamic private sector. We should just unleash the energy of the private sector by good policy decisions. That's important.
Politicians obstructing SIR to protect infiltrators. SIR checks spark fight over infiltrators. Debate sharpens over non-citizens on rolls. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Why are only employees being held? Is there something else more than meets the eye? Why are these questions not being asked by the
Are we
American?
now going to pretend it never happened?
Chinese AI is nationalist for China. Then Indian AI has to be nationalist for India.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
On the show tonight,
the growing significance of the statement made by the Prime Minister at the Dhwajarohan ceremony on the completion of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi temple in Ayodhya. At 9 o'clock tonight, Mamata Banerjee threatens to break the country and destroy the country if SIR is implemented. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a time, not very long back, when the Congress party was in power. And the Congress party has been historically an anti-Hindu and pro-Muslim party. It has been a pseudo-secular party. It is a party, after all, whose founders were foreigners, ladies and gentlemen. And therefore, when the Congress party was in power, you were expected to underplay anything that represented Hinduism. You were supposed to attend all the iftar parties in the world to show how progressive you are. And you were supposed to underplay anything to do with Hinduism. And that is why, from that time to now, today the Prime Minister hoisted an 11 kilogram, 22 feet long, 11 feet wide, saffron flag, Bhagwa Dhwaj, at the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. What a beautiful ceremony. And a great significance of this event also is, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that it marks the completion of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi temple's main spire and outer wall. A 42-foot Dharma Dhwaj, engineered to rotate with the wind as per ancient temple design, is hoisted in the most sacred Abhijit Muhurat. The Dhwaj was hoisted on a very sacred day as well. And this was such an important thing. The growing sense of Hindu pride in the country. We look at these images and we are grateful for this time that we are living in. But the Congress party was very angry. Let me show you what the Congress has said. The Congress said this country has no religion. The Congress party, which is in denial, whose leader is more often in Colombia and Bangkok than in India. Rashid Alvi, not Ajay Rai there. Rashid Alvi of the Congress party said, will Narendra Modi hoist a flag on a mosque, a gurdwara or a church? He wants to hoist a saffron flag on the Ram Mandir for political benefit. He should learn true secularism from who else, according to them, but Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Ladies and gentlemen, the Congress party should explain to us why was Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, when he was Prime Minister, offering the chadar in Ajmer Sharif Dargah every year? Was that a religious comment? Did Nehru visit the Kumbh Mela also in 1954, though his great-grandson doesn't? Did that make Nehru a one-time secular? Or did that make him non-secular because he went to the Kumbh Mela? Months after Sanjay Gandhi's death, ladies and gentlemen, Indira Gandhi visited the Chamunda Devi temple in Himachal Pradesh in December 1980. When she visited the temple, was she communal? Ladies and gentlemen, they are questioning why Prime Minister Narendra Modi did the Dhwajarohan in Ayodhya today. The Prime Minister is also the same person, ladies and gentlemen, who has stood by every single moment of Hindu pride. Does the Congress party want the Prime Minister of the country to be an atheist? Which part of the Constitution of India says that if you are the Prime Minister of India, where there are more than 80 to 85% Hindu population, you have to be an atheist? Would the Congress party speak in the same language if, and it's not, if 80% plus of the population of India were to be Muslim? Ladies and gentlemen, I completely understand now where the Congress party is coming from, because it is a declared intention of the Congress party. They say, as Revant Reddy of the Congress said, Muslims equals Congress and Congress equals Muslims. They are absolutely clear about it. Absolutely clear about it. Now they question why the Prime Minister was in Ayodhya for the Dhwajarohan. Did they account for the case when the Prime Minister also paid his respects to non-Hindu religions? Did they talk about the time when the Prime Minister visited the Imam Al-Hakim Binar Allah Mosque in Egypt? Did they account for the time, ladies and gentlemen, when the Prime Minister continued the tradition of sending a ceremonial chadar to the Ajmer Sharif Dargah? In fact, at the Dhwajarohan event today, the Prime Minister said something significant. He said, Ram is not just a person, he is a value. If you want to make India develop by 2047, we will have to awaken the Ram within ourselves. What day can be better than today for this resolution? The Prime Minister, therefore, is speaking of Ram Rajya. The Congress says this is marketing for Hindus. The Congress says if you talk of Lord Ram, if you talk of the Ram Mandir, if you talk of Dhwajarohan, you become communal, and they say this is marketing. Was the Congress party doing marketing when it said the following? When it said that Congress equals Muslim and Muslim is equal Congress? Was that marketing? When the Congress party said that there must be Muslim reservations, was it marketing? These questions will have to be asked of the Congress party. They are, and everybody knows they are a pro-Muslim party. They have chosen to be a pro-Muslim party, but they cannot be anti-Hindu in a country where more than 80-85% of the population is Hindu. Ladies and gentlemen, talking of Ram Rajya, the word Satyagraha has been mentioned 110 times, roughly, in the 557 odd pages of my experiments with truth. Meaning, Mahatma Gandhi talks about Satyagraha once in every 5 pages or 1,000 words. Ladies and gentlemen, over 6 lakh times in his 31 years in active politics, ladies and gentlemen, and maybe more even by conservative estimates. So Mahatma Gandhi kept talking about Satyagraha, Satyagraha. Is that not a Hindu concept? Mahatma Gandhi kept talking about Ram Rajya, Ram Rajya. Is that not Hindu? Was Mahatma Gandhi not secular as per the present definition of the pro-Maoist Congress party, of the Vadra family? Was Mahatma Gandhi also marketing Hinduism when he spoke of Satyagraha, when he spoke of Ram Rajya? Ladies and gentlemen, I'll summarize this with 3 simple points. There is nothing in the law which says the Prime Minister should dissociate himself from his own religion. There is nothing in the Constitution or the law which says the Prime Minister must not have his individual religious beliefs. And there is nothing, ladies and gentlemen, nothing in the law, nothing in convention, nothing in reality which says Hinduism must be divorced from the social fabric of this country. It can never be. Let's debate.
November 2025, a date etched in eternity.
ओरछा के राजा राम से लेकर रामेश्वरम के भक्त राम तक और शबरी के प्रभु राम से लेकर मिथिला के पाहुन राम जी तक, भारत के हर घर में, हर भारतीय के मन में और भारतवर्ष के हर कण कण में राम है। जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम, जय सिया राम।
In Ayodhya, the cradle of Ram Rajya, Prime Minister Narendra Modi hoisted the 161-foot Dharma Dhwaj of the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi temple. Crafted in Ahmedabad's parachute mills, this flag defies storms up to 60 kilometers per hour, a symbol as unbreakable as India's spirit. This was not a mere ceremony. It was a second Pran Pratishtha after January 2024's idol consecration. All 44 doors flung open. Aarti echoed on Vivah Panchami, celebrating Lord Ram and Goddess Sita's union. But Ayodhya's roar echoed a fiercer call today. Prime Minister's national appeal to demolish the colonial mindset.
अब हमने नौसेना के ध्वज से गुलामी के हर प्रतीक को हटाया है। हमने छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज की विरासत को स्थापित किया है। और ये सिर्फ एक डिजाइन में बदलाव नहीं हुआ, ये मानसिकता बदलने का क्षण था। ये वो घोषणा थी कि भारत अब अपनी शक्ति अपने प्रतीकों से परिभाषित करेगा, न कि किसी और की विरासत से।
The Dhwaja is up and the colonial flag down. Macaulay's colonial curse sought to be buried forever.
मैकाले नाम के एक अंग्रेज ने भारत को